Warning, this video contains bad pronunciation of Chinese names. Caution is advised. Welcome to an alternate universe where pigs fly and Southampton have won the Champions League. I know, hard to believe. China has also made a few changes. Following the huge amount of money they have been putting into the Chinese Super League and very little success in attendance increases and attraction, a change of plan has occurred. A cap on wages has been introduced, likely to try and recoup some of the money invested, as well as to prepare for Plan B. This plan is to buy another football club. Well, actually, just the club's space in the league. Unfortunately, Sevenoaks Town had financial issues, and when China came calling, all they could do was accept the takeover. With this space, they have decided to create a new team to represent China in the English leagues. Funneling all the money that was being pumped into the home nation clubs, the new club has incredible facilities and some of the best youth recruitment systems in China. Pushed by China's president, Xi Jinping, the new club is fully backed by investors, and the television companies are ready to broadcast every game across China and the rest of the world. However, Xi Jinping won't be handing full control over to the new manager. He will still have full control of any transfers for both players and staff. The task is to have their team fly up the leagues and enter the Premier League, where they will look to compete with the very best and prove to the world that China really does know football. This is China United.
Yes, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new series. It's China United. So this is a bit of a different thing that I've kind of decided I think it'd be quite fun to have a go at. A little bit of a story behind it all and everything. So today, that's what we're going to do, is just look at the club and talk you through kind of my thought process about it and kind of the kind of lore around the save. And then in the next episode, we'll obviously be able to jump into the first games of the season, have a bit more of a look at the tactics and all that sort of thing with the players we've got. But we'll just jump in and take a little flick through together. Yep, so as you are sure aware after seeing the little clip, that it is China United that we'll be looking after and taking care and hopefully moving up the leagues. It is a case that Xi Jinping, I believe his name, is Jinping Xi Jinping, it's one of those. Big reputation obviously in China, being the Prime Minister or President of China. He's obviously taken over and decided to bring a Chinese team into the English football divisions. He's all right negotiating, judging playability and all that sort of stuff, just because he just buys most players. Judging staff abilities quite good because he's able to bring them in. Determination and man management is very good. Man management mainly because he'll just kind of make you non-existent if you don't do as you're told. So people do as they're told normally around him. This is the team we've got currently. So these are obviously all new gens or regens, as you'd say. Some good stats, and reason for some good attributes hopefully is because of the academy setup we've got. But I'll show you that in just a minute. So this is probably one of our best players, Liu Xiaogang. I'm going to murder some of these names, and so they might get changed to very generic names further down the line if they kind of stick around for a while. But he's a kind of attacking midfielder sort of player, so looks not bad. 24 years of age. Oh, I'm all over the place with these names. Wen Ji is next, right midfielder, very pacey, all sort of very good there. And we've got a few more there. Chang Xiaoqian is probably the other one at a left back. That looks very brave, a strong, brave player, 5'5". So they're not going to be the tallest players, but we've obviously got quite a few players in there, and I'm sure some potential as well. Now, like I say, it's a case that we have got a very, very good club. Facilities-wise, we have got exceptional facilities. Now, the Tunbridge is the city that we are currently in at the Longmead Stadium, which is the Angels Stadium. 3,000 capacity. But obviously, we'll be wanting to move into our own place and have our own stadium built, which I'm sure we'll be able to do it at some point with the funds we're going to be given over the next few years. Corporate facilities are basic, but because obviously where we're at, but there's state-of-the-art training facilities, state-of-the-art youth facilities, exceptional academy coaching, and exceptional youth recruitment. So that kind of shows where we're at. Basically, all the best youth players from China are going to come over to China United, and that's what's going to pump it in to hopefully develop and get good, and then hopefully China can do a bit better with these players joining. Now, we have got a few affiliates over there, so if there are any extra players that have turned up there in the youth academies that are very good, we can obviously nab them, hopefully. Zero fee to be paid out to them, and we get some good kind of bonuses and that sort of thing, and as well as friendlies there. With that as well, generally speaking, we're nicknames Team China, just to make you aware of that. We are in the pitching in Isthmian South East Division. So we'll be playing in, I think it's the 8th tier of English football. It's a low tier, and hopefully they'll be able to shoot up the leagues. Professional status already, as said, we've got quite a bit of money. I'm not sure on the formation yet. I'll have to look through the players, see who we've got and kind of the best roles for them. But club vision-wise, they do want us to sign Chinese players, which makes sense along with the kind of goal, and develop players using the club's youth system. Another thing that, again, goes along with the kind of vision of the club, developing Chinese players. Hopefully, there'll be plenty of those to come into the club and to help us get promoted and all that sort of thing. We are predicted, they want us to come mid-table this season, next season, looking to gain automatic promotion. Now, with the transfers and any developments and signings and staff signings and all that sort of thing, obviously, the owner and director of football, Jin Pingji, doesn't want to let that come down to me. So he's taken control of everything at the club. All I can do is tactics and team talks and all the little bits in and around the players with regards to that. Contract-wise, everything like that, that's all down to him. He'll be bringing in, selling players, doing whatever the hell he wants because it's his club and I'm not going to argue with him. Let's just say that. Or calling him Winnie the Pooh because that would not go down well. Just saying. So with that, obviously, if he does leave at some point in the future and he decides to pass it on, we may be able to get in there and take over the kind of reins a bit and get a bit more control. But at this point, it's down to him, and we've got these players to go with at this stage. Hopefully he signs some players that we actually need rather than players out of position or anything like that, but it's certainly something to look at. Obviously, currently abysmal team cohesion, but it's not all too bad. But like I say, what we'll do is in the next episode, We'll jump straight into kind of the first game of the season. I'll show you all about what's happened through pre-season as well as any signings that might have been made by Jinping and where we're at there. The final thing that I will say actually is the finances. So the £670 million that we have got in from the into the club is from the amount of money that the Chinese clubs used to have. So all the funds that the Chinese teams had in China has been stripped of that completely, all sponsorships, and they've all been shipped over to China United, as Jinping was obviously a key part of that. And now all the backers want to come straight over to this club and support them in their goals and achievements. If we take a quick look at China, we can obviously see that they are 69th in the world ranking, so it's not awful, but hopefully that can look to improve. We are with the top 5 clubs in China with regards to the actual teams and kind of quality there. Now, okay, so there's a lot of obviously Chinese players that aren't Chinese, let's say. So like Alan, he's not Chinese, is he? He's Brazilian. Ricardo Goulart, again, Brazilian, not Chinese. Elgerson, again, Brazilian, not Chinese. So there's a few players in there that aren't Chinese. But what we will hopefully do is develop actual Chinese players who are born and bred there. They come over to England. We kind of develop them there in that country. And hopefully help to improve things on that front. Now, with that said, if we just go through, let's take a look at these teams. So obviously you see Ferry Cannavaro, a pretty decent side to be fair, Guangzhou, but they will be running out of money. So they're on secure finances at the moment, but it will be interesting to see how that works. Their finances will decrease, I'm sure, over the season. And we might keep an eye on things over there and obviously try and bring some players in. But with that said, like I say, like, subscribe and all that good stuff. Hope you do enjoy the series. I'm obviously hoping I do too. We can get this out. Hopefully, I'm going to look to try and do it as many days as possible during the week. Might start off with 5 days, Monday to Friday. But if that is a bit too much with the Red Bull Debra Sensei going on alongside that, we may cut that down to maybe 3 days a week, just so we've got the 2 series running alongside each other, and then you can pick and choose. But with that said, like I say again, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.